Welcome to the Luxury Fibers podcast. I am your host, Hillary, also known as MME Wholesoma on Instagram and Ravelry. Today is Thursday, January 5th. Yay for phones. If this is your first time listening, hi! I'm so excited! Ready for some luxury time. And for returning listeners, mwah, 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 mwah. You want those kisses? Y'all come back now, you hear? Okay. This is a podcast about fiber, yarn, knitting, fiber that you eat, and probably a little bit of mommy shenanigans because I have toddler and preschooler cameos once in a while. I think that's all the general beginning stuff. So, how was your Christmas? How was your New Year? No. Mine was awesome too. Thanks for asking. We had so much fun. We just spent time with fam and had 3 Christmases with all the different families, kind of spread out. The boys got to see Santa. They were so excited. And yeah, I got all kinds of new fun yarny toys and so yes, y'all, I think I'm getting the hang of this. What are we? Episode 7? I think it's 7. That's pretty awesome, right? We're recording today during nap time, as usual, and I got fancy for y'all. Look at this. What? And look, there's even makeup on this eye. No. So, New Year, all that stuff. And, this is off topic, I apologize. But, you know how everybody's doing, like, resolutions or whatnot. And, I listened to the Knitmore Girls, and Jasmine likes to do a word of the year, and that seems to be a kind of popular thing. And I've just really been pondering that. And last year my word was intentional. And everything I did, I tried to be very, intentional about what I was doing, what my goals were, where I was going, etc. And this year, I did pretty well with that. I liked that. I liked not really having one specific goal, but just a general sense of, hey, what you doing with your life? So yeah, my word this year is disciplined. I want to be very disciplined in everything that I'm doing. From podcasting with you and making sure it's all presentable. I'm going to work on, it's a process. Discipline is about working towards a goal and having discipline in doing so, right? It's getting where you want to go by practice. So little bits and bobs might change here and there to make this a more professional looking podcast for you. And yeah. So speaking of discipline, I have show notes. They still need links, but they're written, so the links are the easy part. So yes. Now that we have gotten that out of the way, let's jump in. So I have 4 finished objects, but I don't have them to show you. They were third Christmas gathering Christmas gifts for these 2 little twin girls. They're 6, and I crocheted up some headbands with a flower. And that was my first super big crochet project. I'm dabbling. Oh, sorry about that. Hang on. I need to take that. I'll be right back with you. Okay, I'm back. That was my mama. We talk all the time. So yes, I made those 2 crocheted headbands for 2 little twin girls and just starting to dabble in crochet. Simple stuff like that. Sorry. I picked up some knitting while I was talking to her. And didn't get any pictures. I got a couple progress pictures, but I didn't get any pictures of the finished product. I so thought I did, but I didn't. So everybody that I knit for this year, or crocheted, or made something for, I'm asking them to send me photos of them in it so I can put it on my project pages. I'm like, oh, how knit worthy are they? If they don't send me any pictures, I may not knit for them again. I don't know, we'll see. So yes, there's that. That is my finished object. Ooh, which I'm now calling luxury fine. Because the old teacher in me has to have some form of alliteration or tying everything in together. So it either has luxury in it, or it has fiber in it, or it has both. Pow. Okay, so luxury languishing. What are my whips that I'm working on? I have a new one. I jumped on the bandwagon. I mean, running it right on that bad boy. Because this mama is fading into the foreground. This is the Find Your Fade shawl by Andrea Mowry. It's a monster. Peer pressure. Everyone was knitting it, and I'm like, And then I rabbit holed down Instagram and saw all these beautiful colors that everybody was putting together. It's designed for 7 colors. So I say to myself, I'd really like to do a color work project this year. Let's have the discipline to do that. Oh, let's just jump in to a 7-colored shawl. Whatever. I don't care. Can't be that hard, right? It's fine. But I mean, how in the world could you not want to knit that? Sorry for my crappy printer streaks, but just imagine that in your favorite colors. Oh my gosh. I'm so stinking excited. I can't even take it. The pattern calls for near 1,600 yards of fingering weight yarn. Y'all, do you know what my largest project I've done thus far is? My Raina shawl, clocking in at maybe 400 yards. Whatever, go big or go home, right? So I wanted to knit myself a sweater this year. And I'm still in this, incredible shrinking woman process. And I just cannot bring myself to knit a sweater when I know that my body is changing and shrinking and all of that. So what better thing to knit than this enormous shawl, which I can wrap on myself like a scarf, or a shawl, or a poncho, or like a sweater. It's perfect. Perfect. Thanks, Andrea. Mwah. So yes, that's what I'm working on. I am in my first color. It's so pretty. This is Hedgehog Fibers Boombox in their skinny singles. I'm actually wearing a sock knit out of it. It was my first sock ever. And because I'm a new sock knitter, I don't know these things and I don't research and whatever. But singles, not the best for socks. While it is super squishy and soft and amazing, they're not gonna wear that long. But whatever. So I will have one sock in it forever. And then I'll have it on this shawl that I can wrap myself in forever. Is that it? That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay. Boom. Also, I am still working on the Lopi snowfall hat. This cute bit. I know Christmas is over, but it's still winter. There can be deer and trees in the winter. Don't judge my bag. Alright, judge away. I don't really care. So look! I started my fair isle. So not only did she say, let's do a color work project, she said, let's try some Fair Isle. Let's see how that goes. Oh, this is inside out. Careful. Boom. Roger Dodger. Okay, so it's just 2-color, simple little .E Fair Isle. It's nothing, no big deal. I feel like my tension looks pretty good. I'm a noob. If that looks really sucky, put it in the comments or on the Ravelry page. Be like, don't do it anymore. That tension is awful. It's gonna pucker. Tell me. I need helps. Yeah, so there's that. Nothing I am knitting is easy. Like mindless round and round and round. Because I have color work, I have to count and add new colors and twist and blah, 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 blah. And then I have this enormous now lace section shawl. In about 16 rows, that'll get easy again for a while. So I'm gonna have to cast like a sock on. Ugh. Or maybe finish. Maybe work on that. I'm not. We'll see. Okay. So yes, that is another work in progress. Hello, tea. Not only does your knitting bring you joy, but it brings you gifts of tea. And the kiddo's sweater. So I told myself, okay, you've got to work on this kid's sweater. Because the last thing you want to do is knit the kid a sweater and then he doesn't get to wear it because... So I made an agreement to myself, okay, knit the body until you get to the ribbing on the bottom. And then you can cast on your Find Your Fade. I am now going to have to make another agreement to get to a certain point on the Find Your Fade and then do the ribbing on this. Because it looks at it. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, look at the back. Look at this. Isn't that yarn thebomb.com? I love it. And I think it's pretty gender neutral. I mean, red is red. It can be for anybody. And then it's got the bits and bobs of pink and brown. So let's just say if there is a baby Halsema number 3, people ask me this question, and it depends on the day and how my children are acting, whether or not I think I want to endure that again. Shh. Don't say I'm a bad person. You know you've thought it too. So anyway, that could totally be for little girl Halsema. Or little boy number 3 Halsema. Whatever. It will definitely be for boy number 2 Halsema. And it already fits over his big old head. Checked that. Done and done. Okay. Let me check my show notes. My screen's going dark. Uh-oh. I hear the pitter-patter of little feet. I think. Maybe it's cats. Fingers crossed for cats. So, there's that. Before I go into the next segment, I totally forgot. With the Find Your Fade shawl, I told you it was 7 colors. So let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6. I have some yarn ordered from Knit Picks because there's one of these I'm just not feeling in the color combo. Let's see what I can do. Let's see if I can work some magic. Okay. This will fade into this. Yeah, you with me so far? Which will fade into this. You feeling me? You see it yet? Huh? And then, okay, I'm going to have to drop off this guy and this guy. And then that will go into this. So far so good, right? Right? Now this is where it gets weird and questionable, but I really want to put this one in. Oh. See, that right there makes me feel like I can do it, right? It's got bits and bobs of dark red. Uh-oh. Huh? Okay. Just 1 second. Okay? Do you need to go potty?
Okay.
Okay, go to the bathroom. Right? Okay, so I like that so far. And then this is the one I have. This has all been stash diving. And I don't feel like, while I love this yarn, I don't feel like it goes with everything else. Right? I have some other specklies that I think this will really be awesome. And okay, so hello. I love the purple and stuff. And as I'm looking through this, there are little bits and bobs of purple in here. I may try to finish it up with a purpley speckle. Stay tuned. I have until the end of March to finish this, depending on which knit along I'm doing. So there is the hashtag wearable blanket cowl. There is the, yeah, you can take your pants off. Sorry, that sounds weird. He's getting ready to go to the bathroom. Wearable blanket. There is the self-indulgence knit along with the Yarniacs. And what else? There's the New Year, New You from Actually Knitting. EWU. We have to do something new to you for that year. And hello, totally new there. There's our knit along segue. Pooh. So yes, I am doing a knit along, make along, what have you, called the Lap of Luxury Mal, M-A-L. We might change that to K-A-L, but just know that it's a make along. You can crochet, you can knit, you can weave. Do you need some help? Come in here and I'll help you. You did it? The struggle of getting pants off is real. You got it? Okay, go potty. So yes, that's what we're doing. And so far, I'm still going to be hunting for prizes. I don't know when the deadline I have set is. I think I set the first one in January. And I'm totally not going to do that. It's likely going to be like March. But really, that's the only rule. Make stuff. Make stuff. Hashtag it on Instagram. Hey, go potty. There's a cat cameo. Yeah. Crochet it, knit it, weave it, spin it. Do you need a kiss? Okay. Come here. I can't reach you. Okay, now go potty. Thanks. So yes, I have donated 2 prizes for this. So I was part of the Knit More box that they did this year. And I got some O for Feet's Sake in lavender rose geranium. And while it does smell nice, I am just not really big on floral scents. Like, I have to be really in the mood. So having it on my body is not, I'm just not there. So it does smell nice if you like floral stuff. But I'm more of my low scent is Highlander with like some sandalwood and pipe tobacco. I like to smell like a man. Whatever. Okay. So that's one prize you can get. And another prize is a 50-gram, 175-yard skein of Koigu KPPPM. I don't know what that stands for. But, oh, look at that. That is so pretty. It's a fingering weight. And it's squishy. What's the fiber content on this bad boy? Hand wash, lay flat to dry. So I'm gonna guess it's 100% merino wool. No guessing, because it's right here. So those are our 2 prizes! If I can get some more viewers and all that stuff, I'm gonna approach some people. Even with not more viewers, I'm gonna try to approach some people about maybe doing a couple patterns or whatever for a make-along and to get it out there. Okay, just a moment. And so, yeah, there is that. Let's pause here again. Sorry for the transitions, but told you, mommy shenanigans, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So, yes, the knit-along, the make-along. Check out the Ravelry page, and it's got all, the rules. You can hashtag it on Instagram. You can enter it into the Ravelry group post, thread. That's what it's called. And we will go from there. Yes! I'm so excited. Segment Luxury Lapsed. Just meaning like my knitting attack. And I was working on the lovely Find Your Fade, and I hadn't gotten very far. I wasn't even done with the first repeat. And I turned it around and looked, and halfway down my little thingy, I had just 3 stitches just hanging out. I missed them. I knitted it together somehow, and so I'm like, and no secret sauce here, but there are yarn overs in there because you're turning it into a V, and some increases, and I'm like, I am not skilled enough to frog it and put that back, and I'm not tinking back, so I wasn't in love with how it was turning out. My tension or something was wonky, and I wasn't loving it, so rip it, and start it over, and it looks good, right? Whatever. Sometimes you have to just rip it like a boss. Thanks, Gail. Thanks, Charlene. Yarniacs. They did hashtag rip it like a boss. So yeah, there is that. What has had us in luxurious layers? I have been wearing my shawl collared cowl. You can go check out my project page on Instagram, Ravelry. Totally updated that. I sewed buttons on, so now I can wear my cowl. Wore it on New Year's Eve. Got lots of compliments. My fetching mitts that my mother-in-law made for me. Been wearing those bad boys. My rain shawl has got some love. My mother-in-law also made me an orange hat. One of these days I'll show it to you if I haven't already. But I've been wearing that, and my socks. My hand knit socks. I think you've seen them. You've seen them. I'm not going to hug my leg up this time for you. Because yesterday was leg day at the gym, and girl, it's hurting. So yeah, that's what I've been wearing. The little dude, Corbin, that you saw last time. Excuse me. my knitted socks were on the floor, and he puts them on, and he's like, I love mommy socks. It's like, oh, and they came up to his knee. He's like, I wear them. So he wore them to bed last night. I need to knit that boy some socks. Which reminds me, I totally have a sock I started for him. It's been at least a year. I was going to do the toddler tube sock, and then I decided I hate ribbing. So I went to straight knitting, and then I decided that I hated straight knitting this tiny yarn and needles. But since the kid wants them, I may. This would be my easy knitting. We'll see how that goes. That is yarn from Gnome Acres. It's one of her mini skeins in the Ninja Turtle, and I believe that's Michelangelo is the orange one. I'm failing all my 80s kids right now because I don't know that answer. So yeah, some luxury acquisitions. You've seen. Ooh, hello. You've seen this bag. I got it for Christmas from my great mother-in-law. It was stuffed with some floops that were striped just like this little sheep. And the inside of the bag. Boom. And that was awesome. There was also a gift certificate to Simply Socks in there. What else did I buy? Oh, so Corbin adores Octonauts. And I'm like, what can I do for this kid to make him something Octonauty? Boom! I got to this yarn at Michael's. It is Loops and Threads, and it is a 50% acrylic, 50% wool. So I thought that was a good blend for a 3-year-old. And anyway, I'm gonna knit him just a plain white hat, and then do some duplicate stitching. Check, new thing for me, and make it into the Captain Barnacles character, who is a polar bear. And I'm gonna duplicate stitch on the little mouth and the eyes. And I have a pattern that is just like a bear hat, just a plain bear hat with little rounded ears. And then I'll just duplicate stitch the captain's face on there. And somebody else already did it and has a project page for it. I'm gonna be like, psst, can you give a girl some tips? That's right. Putting this on size 11s, I may even go for 12s, which means I'd have to buy new needles. Whatever. It calls for an 11, and I'm a tight knitter. So, actually, I might go 13s now that I'm looking at this, because there are a number of things that I've wanted to knit that call for a size 13, and I don't have a size 13. Problem solved. Amazon later today. So, yes. And thanks to the lovely Amber at Yarn Hoarder, the lovely Amber, who is the Yarn Hoarder, the Yarn Hoarder video podcast on YouTube. Check it out if you haven't. She has a whips tray, so whenever she has a couple things that she really needs finished, it needs to work on, she has a tray that she's been putting it all on. So, pow! What? These cool leather handles. This was a Target day after Christmas blowout special. So it for me is holding all of my current projects so that I don't have to dig through what's starting to become the wall of shame up here. Although, that one's empty. This is just mitered squares, so that's not going to be done for a long time. Plus, it's going to be ejected from that bag soon. This is nothing that's cast on, and these poor things, I don't know. So yeah, anyway, luxury acquisitions, and my newest acquisition, one of my newest, leads to the next segment. spinning. Boom. Look at this. My Who's Bando, he's so awesome. Not only did he get me, look at this beautiful spindle. Look at that. This is orange. There you go. That's a little better. It's totally reading pink. But, okay. First time ever spinning. Look. I am really proud of that, y'all. And it's pretty even. It's got a few bits and bobs, but I think that'll totally come out once plied with something else to like a worsted weight, maybe, which I use a lot of, and that'll be perfect. So he got me that, and boom! This is totally my personality in fiber. I love all things bright and crazy. So yeah, he got me that, and all of that is from Betty Berry at the Little Shop of Spinning in Fort Wayne. And from Miss Betty, he also got me some beginning spinning classes. I believe it's 3 or 4 sessions. She provides the fiber, she provides the wheels for you to try out, and she teaches you how to spin in person, one-on-one, mano-y-mano, fee-a-fee. So yay that! And we have a local spinning group that meets once a month at her shop and spins. Oh, so much fun to be had. So much fun. So yes, that is something new. So what am I going to be doing in the future? What is my luxury of the future? Well, we already talked about Corbin's hat. I'm going to try to do some more spinning. I'm really fading pretty hard, y'all. But there's that, and hello, hashtag pom-pom watch, it's on. I have to get one done this week. I have to get, like, 2 done this week. It'll get done. They're just pom-poms. I can just sit there and do that during bath or something. So, yes, and, I've already started my lists of gift knitting for Christmas, so I'm not all frantic and crazy. Luxury listing. I don't remember if I've talked about her before, but I've really been digging Actually Knitting, ACT in all caps. Oh my gosh, her name is leaving me. I want to say it's Michelle. I am so sorry. I will correct it if it is not Michelle in the show notes. But she has kind of a theatrical flair to it, and she's also a teacher. So I can really relate to her on a lot of that level. In spite of the fact I don't teach right now, it's still, you know, once a teacher, it's in your blood. That's just how it is. And so, yeah. Something else that is super exciting. I listen to podcasts all the time. And I've lately been listening to the Knitting Pipeline with Paula. And last year, I remember hearing Amy Beth of the Fat Squirrel talk about the Knitting Pipeline retreat over in Washington, Illinois. And I'm like, I'm in Indiana. Illinois is a neighboring state. We share borders. How far is Washington? Google, 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 Google. 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours. So I stumbled on Knitting Pipeline just like it's retreat time. December 1st, get your registration in. $65 for a 2-day retreat. And you can camp at the retreat site and stay the night there for free. Guess who's going? I talked to the husband. I said, so husband, I have all this money from Christmas. I have a plan. I have a thing. I would like to meet up with Amy Beth and Amber and Joanna and some other amazing people that I may not even know that I know that will be there. Psst, Susie, Danny. Podcaster dreams. um, so yes, I'm going. And I got on Amazon and I looked up this little single sleeper blow up thing that looks kind of frankly like a pool floaty, and it was $8 on sale instead of 24. And I said, done. Mama's camping. That's 2-ish skeins of yarn that I'll save by camping and not getting a hotel room. I might be a little frugal. It sounds better than cheap. That's frugal though, because that's how you get more stuff you want. You sacrifice in one area to get more things in another. Okay. It's like my whole semester abroad when I ate peanut butter and jelly literally every day and saved my food stipends to travel to Italy. Whatever, don't judge me. Okay, so that's it for the luxury fiber portion of it. I'm adding a little something in, just because you might be interested, you might not be. If you're only interested in the fiber, bye, I'll see you next time. If you want a little bit more crafting, come with me. Let's go. So my mom, who is in the teaching profession, had her Christmas break, and there is a little local place called Board and Brush. If you've heard of it and you've been, you know the crazy that happens afterwards. You're like, craft all the things. So you go and you pick out a sign in advance that you want to make, and you go and they have all the supplies and they help you put it together. And there is endless beverages and snacks of the wine, soda, and water variety. Right? So they gave me the boards. I sanded them, stained them, distressed them, and look. Is that not the cutest? So funny story, when you're distressing, they give you screws to make little holes, and I apparently had, and you hammer them in just to kind of make marks. I apparently had more aggressions than I thought I did. You see that? That's a legit screw. I had to pry it out with my hammer. Whoops. Whatever, but it was so much fun. Yeah, and you can see you use the back to test out all the different paints and stuff. But yes! And look, I even marbled. Oh, let's go this way. I marbled my own paints right there for the fleur-de-lis. Oh, I was so proud of myself. So, yes, that was one thing. That is just some luxury crafting that I did. This shirt is another thing that could be crafted in the future. So, it's my Day of the Dead Darth Vader shirt. At the bottom it says, Yo soy tu padre. And my husband gave me an incredible idea one day. He's like, you know what? I'm surprised you haven't gotten like some fabric markers and colored that in like one of those adult coloring books. Why did I not think of that? So there's a chance that this could be peacock colored at some point in the future. How awesome would that be? Right. There are a couple other shirts that I'm wanting to make. I have a iron-on printable paper, and I'm dying to make. There are all these cute little sayings on shirts anymore. I'm dying to make myself one that says, "With coffee in her hand and Jesus in her heart, she is unstoppable," and make the reference to, I believe it's Matthew. Or not unstoppable. She can move mountains. That's what I want. There are shirts already that say unstoppable, but I want mine to say move mountains, with the reference to the verse in Matthew, having faith can move mountains. So that's something I want to make, and I saw another one that I want to make for Amy Beth of the Fat Squirrel, and I'm totally gonna pull her to the side in February and be like, what size shirt do you wear? Hashtag not a creeper. Because it's awesome. I'm not going to say it just in case she watches, and if she does, Fangirl moment. Because it's so for her. Yeah, so that is it. As far as luxury fiber for the tummy, I have been making these cranberry cakes this season. They're individual cranberry upside down cakes. Oh my goodness. Okay, you can go to the potty. So much for nap time, right? Anyway, cranberry cakes! Yay! And I will post the link in the show notes for you. It is gluten-free and sugar-free. And don't make that face at me that I see you're making, because it is flippin' delicious and good for your tummy and your heart and all that other stuff. I see a bag of things that I forgot to tell you about. But I think I'm going to wait until next time when I have more of an idea of what's going to happen with them. So, that is all I have for you. So, until next time, may all of your fibering be luxurious. Bye. Mwah.